They said, become a YouTuber. You'll get paid lots of money. You'll work a few hours. Here it is, 10:30 at night on a Tuesday. I just got done getting the Mule on the start stand. I've been working pretty much since after dinner. Usually I spend majority of the day dealing with AHRA stuff, so it's been a little bit hectic the past few days, but all in all, I had to take 2 carburetors and make one. I ended up using a 78 Buick 350 carburetor, at least the air horn and the calibration for the 300 Mule engine. I put it all inside a Chevrolet style Quadrajet carburetor, the main body, and then I used the base plate from the Chevrolet as well. But I had to use the air horn from the Buick because of the air bleeds were considerably smaller than the Chevrolet. Let me flip the camera around. I'll show you what I got going on here. Okay, so the Mule I've been working on for quite a few days now. The only thing left to do is drop the battery in and finish wiring it up. It'll take just seconds. Top it off with some water, a little bit of water wetter. And I know someone's going to say, that's a vacuum line that's off. Well, actually, that's a vent for these later model carburetors. So, but I do have everything set up. The neat thing about the later model carburetors is even the early ones will work, but you got to drill a hole in them usually. It depends. But this is a bracket off of an Oldsmobile, right? So you go find like a 307 Oldsmobile and I don't know, a Tornado or Riviera or some other full-size car like a B-body. And these brackets literally bolt on to the mounting flange, and they make it to where you can run any kind of linkage. I'm just using it for a spring. So it's right now see, remember, it's a Chevrolet carburetor, so the linkage is completely different. So all I'm doing is using it to hold the spring in place. I have a functional, apparently it's a functional ballast resistor for a Chrysler here. I did check it with a multimeter. It does ring out pretty good. It's only 3 ohms across, so it should drop it down to 9 volts. Most of the stuff is just reused pieces that I kind of got thrown on here, including the starter. I don't even know if it works. It's just one I got in a swap somewhere. But it's a low torque one. So, but this is only a 9-to-1 300 Buick. So, just to recap, really what it is it's a 67 9-to-1 compression 300 Buick with 67 heads on it. The stock 67 camshaft. The bottom end is literally a oil covered turd, right? So. The only thing fresh on it is the heads. I pretty much just rebuilt the heads in the garage. The guides were pretty bad. They needed new guides, and I'm like, well, screw it. It's just for this test, so it should work out. This is a 65 4-barrel intake manifold. They're few and far between. They are set up for like a 4GC or a Carter AFB carburetor. I didn't have one that was, I had one, but it was not something you'd want to use on this, and I would have to completely disassemble it and rejet it, and I realized that the thing is worth a mint, so I decided to go this route, just add a spacer. It does have the gasket at the bottom. That's the full open gasket, so it should be fine. There's some guys were asking about if it was going to meter fuel properly at idle. This doesn't really matter. As long as I can get the thing started up and idle up at $2,000, it should be fine. But other than that, everything's ready to go. Like I said, I just got to drop the battery in and wire it up. It takes seconds. It's all just wing nut terminals. And then add some water, probably adjust the fuel pressure regulator down to like 4 or 5 pounds. And that should be it. I'm using 30-year-old plug wires, so what could go wrong there? I guess tomorrow's going to be the day I'm going to be able to break it in. So stay tuned. You're going to see the camshaft get broke in on this dude. It's just a bunch of leftover parts, really. And then that way we can establish a baseline for when I swap the 350 Buick heads on this same short block. I guess that's really about it. I mean, I had a lot of time just extracting bolts like the studs out of these exhaust manifolds. God, were a pain in the ass. And then one of them was already drilled offset with a broken bolt in it, and I removed the broken bolt, and then it just made a huge opening. So this was my solution for it. But it's literally just holding that head pipe. So should be fine. A little bit noisy, but not bad. So stay tuned and you'll see it all running on the start stand, the cam getting broke in, and then it's buy the correct flywheel that I need so I can run it on the dyno. That's one of the problems with having a Buick is nobody ever has the parts you need to make stuff work on a dyno. So I have to buy a flywheel, and I know what you're thinking. I got one on the Superstock Buick, but the one on the Superstock Buick I had, it would have worked, but I've had it balanced for zero balance. So it's a neutral balance now, so that it can work with that harmonic dampener on the Superstock motor. But I will be taking the Superstock and the Mule motor to the dyno probably within the next few weeks. So it depends when they can get some time. I've called them. They're already backed up, of course. And so whenever there's a slot available, I'm going to jump in there, and we're going to try to get 2 engines done in one day, establish a baseline for the Mule, and then figure out what kind of power this sucker's going to make, which I'm sure the carburetor needs all kinds of work because it's it's nowhere close. You pull the plugs and they're black. So that's it for now, I guess. Just stay tuned and you'll see the Mule getting flogged. All right, well, I'll catch you later. Oh, hey, and don't forget, we're having an event called the No Name Nationals, Sykeston, Missouri, September 30th, October 1st. It's at Jeffers Motorsports Park. You can pre-register on nonamenationals.com. You can even buy pre-registered spectator tickets on there. You'll save yourself $5 on the spectator ticket. At the gate, it's going to be $20. Pre-registered is $15 a day. So make sure you head on over to nonamenationals.com and get yourself enrolled.